I'm a children's occupational therapist. I worked for many years with children who had, who at school age had problems with coordination and behavior and emotional difficulties. And I started to think that waiting until they got to school was too late for us to intervene. So I became more and more interested in neural plasticity and early intervention, and that's how I discovered the NIDCAP program and the Brazelton program, and started to think about that we needed to intervene very, very early, changing the baby's experience from preterm birth and all the way through their hospitalization. What I found was the important thing about this was learning to observe babies' behavior. And learning to observe, how they responded to things and how that told us how comfortable they were or how stressed they were, and also help parents to understand what their babies needed. We discovered the Zaky hand, and we've been using that a lot with our babies. It's many people have sent me examples of positioning aids that are meant to help make babies comfortable, but in actual fact nobody really knows how to use them. They're often misused. I've got boxes full of these that are turned out to be useless. The Zaky hand is quite unique because it is obvious how it needs to be used, and it works, and it's also very robust and very versatile. So the babies like it because it gives them very good support in whatever position they need to be made comfortable. It gives them the right kind of support. The nurses like it too because they obviously can see. It's obvious how it can be used. I mean, it's quite a brilliant piece of design because it's so clear how you need to use it in lots of different ways. Parents like it enormously because it's shaped like a hand, and when they leave their baby, they can leave the Zaky hand as if it was their hand, and they feel that they've left their baby with a source of comfort, added to which they can wear it next to their body so that it actually carries their smell. So when they leave it next to their baby, not only does the baby have the sense of being cradled in their hands, but also has the familiar comforting odour of the mother that goes with that. Well, we must have been using them for 5 years or more. I don't remember where we first came across one. I think I first came across a Zaky at an exhibition at a conference, and it just immediately grabbed my attention because it just seemed to me to make very good sense. And then we bought some, and we just found them very, very useful. And I've suggested them to lots of other people who also absolutely love them and have invested and found the funds to buy them because they work so well. So they're all over the world, actually. It's the one thing. There are very few things that I'm happy to recommend to everybody, and this is one of them. Well, we've been using the Zaky hand for, 5 or 6 years now. We started with just 1 or 2, and now we have a whole collection of them in different colours and sizes. And they just do a job that nothing else does. And I don't know how many times I've seen babies who are actually quite restless and difficult to make comfortable, and sort of carefully placed Zaky hands help them to go to sleep and to relax. So it actually works with babies of all ages. So, in the preterm and term period, the baby's in hospital. It works with the small babies, and it works with bigger babies. Sometimes they need 1, sometimes they need 2. We can use them for providing back support so that babies can stay on their side and have their backs sort of straight and breathe properly. It helps babies who are, even sometimes some babies who are older and we're sitting them in a little seat. Sometimes the Zaky hand gives them something to hold on to or makes them more comfortable. So we've tried it out with a lot of different babies at different ages and different stages of treatment. I don't think I've ever found a baby that it was not appropriate for. And it's just so versatile. The Kangaroo Zak is something that we've discovered more recently because Jamila sent us that to try. And that has been very interesting because I'm working with several hospitals who are just starting out. You know, we're working with families and starting with kangaroo care has been a very new experience for them. And this has been very, very helpful because it's given them a very clear idea of how the baby can be supported. She had twins and she didn't want to have one twin getting her attention when the other one didn't. So she had one in skin to skin and the other one was in an incubator. But the one in skin to skin was not that secure. Oh. And I thought, I've said to her, you need one of these, you need a Kangaroo Zak, because if you put the baby in Kangaroo Zak, that baby will be more secure, and then the mother can do the care of the second twin, whilst the first one is held more securely. It can be adjusted, it fits different sizes of women, and you can also zip it up around the baby rather than to have to manipulate the baby inside the tube. If you use a boob tube, you have to kind of pull it up, and it's not so easy, whereas when you have the Kangaroo Zak, you can actually fit the baby close to the mother more easily and more securely, more comfortably.